This is After the Flag from Laguna Seca.
Come on, guys, come on! There's only room for one cowboy in this town. It's not me, of course. This is Tornado Country, and on After the Flag's first visit to Texas, we had to come to the Texas Tornado Boot Camp. So here is a slice of Texan life. Yeehaw! I think there's a bit of money to be made around here, and I'm not talking oil. $5,000. Shouldn't be too hard to find this chap.
I'm back on top and I don't need anybody else, yeah. I'm back on top and I don't need anybody else. People try to pull me down, but they'll never ever get me beat. You can try to push me to the ground, but you know I'll never come out beat. Every day there's another way, just leave me on my inner pride. Just in case I see a face to face, you know I'm not the one to run and hide. I don't care what you say to me, I don't care what I say to you. 'Cause this time I found my way, I know just what to do. Yeah. I'm back on top and I don't need anybody else, yeah. I'm back on top and I don't need anybody else. I'm back on top and I don't need anybody else, yeah. I'm back on top and I don't need anybody else. You can see life is good to me, no matter what you do or say. I'm gonna live how I wanna live, and you know I'm living for today. I don't care what you think of me, you know what I think of you. And this time I found my way, I know just what to do. Yeah. I'm back on top and I don't need anybody else. I'm back on top and I don't need anybody else. I'm back on top and I don't need anybody else. Yeah. I'm back on top and I don't need anybody else.
Well, we're in Texas, of course. There's only one person we could be speaking to on After the Flag this week. And of course, it's our favourite, Colin Edwards. Thanks very much. And,
You got it.
Thanks very much for everything at the boot camp as well. Awesome place. Can't recommend it highly enough.
We
I
had a
was
ball.
terrible though, wasn't I? I was pretty poor.
Oh, you went all right. Not too bad. Showing up a couple days in, it was good.
But Bradley was good, wasn't he?
He went
did
really well. Really well.
Thanks for inviting us all here to your backyard here for this race. It's
I'm not real happy you inviting me here, though. What is
yeah,
this?
you probably have seen this down here.
Notice
Notice where I'm standing.
I want my feet back on the ground. to be
Yeah, we're
honest
all a
with
little
you.
bit jelly-kneed actually here at the moment. But yeah, it's a great venue, great place, great city to come to as well. And Texas is putting on a really good show for us, I think.
Yeah. Is this thing moving, or is it just my knees moving? I'm sorry, I can't even think. As far as the weather, that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah,
the sun's come out. It's just a little bit cold, but it's supposed to heat up next few days, and it should be a fantastic weekend.
Just about this season, and I'm not going to say your age, but you know, 39 now. All right, so
I was 29.
Oh, 29. Okay. How many more have you got to come? Have you taken inspiration off Max Biaggi, something like this? Are there loads more to come?
Man, I don't know. You know, and honestly, before the first race, I was kind of like, I don't know. And then I did the first race at Qatar, and I felt really good, and I was comfortable and happy in the package we have this year. And we make a change, the bike gets better. And so I have that motivation of continuing to, make the bike better. And I don't know, man. I'm just happy racing, and that was enjoyable at Qatar, and looking forward to more of that.
Yeah, talking about Qatar, we've got this to show you. Now, I want you to explain. Now, this is in the past, but I want you to explain about what's going on here. Can you see it well enough? I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, this sort of stuff.
know.
I notice you have to have a helping hand up here. This is obviously back in the
Yeah, that's
days.
it's kind of a superstition type thing. I like to introduce my leathers to the ground, get
Right.
a little bit of dirt on them. It makes me feel better.
Yeah. And then we've got a few stretches as well. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, Russian gymnasts can't do things like that.
That just keeps me young, keeps me limber.
Keeps you supple. keeps you good on the bike.
I don't know, just stretching, man. I'm just trying. You saw the boot
Look
camp.
at this. I know, morning stretch.
Morning stretch, the boot
Every
camp.
morning. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're just staying limber. My wife likes it too.
I will ask no more questions. No more questions on that one. When you've got all the boot camp and you obviously spend a lot of time around, it's close to your home and things like that. You're there with all your friends and everything like that. I bet you have a real ball all the time, pretty much, when you're back.
Yeah, and you were there. The boot camp, it's the most fun you could possibly ever have on two wheels. There's not a lot of risk involved. You got all your buddies there that you can give an elbow to, and we enjoy it. We have an absolute blast.
Yeah, because they are all your buddies and things like that.
Sherb and Fuchs and some of the guys you met, I mean, they applied for that job, and we just chose a couple guys that were on our level as far as same personalities, and it's the dynamic that we have at the boot camp. Everybody gets along, everybody gels, and it's very enjoyable.
Been enjoyable start to the year already in MotoGP. What we saw in Qatar, I'm sure we're gonna get it here in Austin as well. Of course, Lorenzo was a big player there, and Marquez. Now, do you remember Portugal 2008? Do you remember where you'll have been around?
Portugal 2008. Yes, I was on my first year on Tech 3.
Okay, so
Yeah.
2008 was also in Estoril. Go on.
Lorenzo's
first victory.
That's right.
Lorenzo's first victory, and also there was a young kid debuting.
Was he
that day.
about yay big
He
at
was
that
about
time?
that big, yeah. I'm not going to say something else as well. You know, he was born in '93.
Oh my God!
When did you start racing? This is Marc Marquez, of course, we're talking about. He had his debut in the
I
Portugal days.
turned pro at the '92, a year before he was born.
And when you joined MotoGP 2003,
Yes.
right, he was 10,
Yeah.
and now he's up and amongst
Oh
you
my
guys.
God.
Well, let's have a listen to hear what Jorge and Mark had to say about that trip down memory lane to Portugal in 2008.
I feel quite good at the beginning of the race. They didn't go away, so I stayed with Valentino and Dani. And in some point of the races, it seems like them were slower than me. And I just said to me, this is my opportunity, and I went for it.
He hecho una buena carrera, muy centrado, pilotando bastante bien, y al final hemos conseguido nuestra primera victoria y hay que celebrarlo como si se acabara el mundo hoy.
Who made the debut?
In 125, the same day that you took your first victory in MotoGP.
Bueno, la carrera ha sigut dura.
In Estoril, you got your first win in MotoGP, and Songwan debuted for the first time in 125.
125.
Però ha sigut bastant difícil.
Ricky? No.
Marc Marquez,
Yeah? I don't know.
I remember that I crashed 2 times in the practice. This is what I remember. Also, I was coming from one injury of the arm, but also I remember that I was very nervous on the grid. And I have a very nice fight with many riders in a big group on the back.
Se m'ha fet curta perquè estàvem allà amb un grup lluitant.
But even like that, I enjoyed a lot, so I have a good memory.
Sí, aquesta categoria tots van molt ràpid i si t'encantes una mica et passen tots. Jo avui he tingut l'experiència de la primera volta d'un mundial i he vist que tots anàvem molt agressius, però bueno, bastant bé i molt content.
I always know in Portugal as well, it's cold there, like it is up here. I didn't even bring a jacket to Texas. You promised us.
You should
They
have
said
known better. You just should have known
I
better.
left my coat back in the snow in England, and then he's here with bomber jacket on and everything.
I didn't bring a jacket either. I just happened to be in the flight case, so I was like, woo, all right, I got a jacket.
Can't believe it.
No, I left Conroe this morning and it was, 25 degrees, 20 degrees. It was perfect. This wind blew in and it's cold right now.
It is a little bit chilly. Well, thanks very much for joining us. We've had a great time already. already in Texas, and I'm sure we'll have a lot more fun over the weekend. Cheers, Colin. Let's have a see how Colin and the rest of the gang got on here at the first ever Grand Prix of the Americas.
Good afternoon from Texas. Welcome to the second round of the MotoGP World Championship.
Oh, not a great start from Jorge Lorenzo on the inside there. He was very keen to pull the bike across, and he's going to lose position to Bradl and Cal Crutchlow, and maybe even his teammate Valentino Rossi. I think he might have squeezed in front of Crutchlow here, but at the front it's going to be Dani Pedrosa. Jorge Lorenzo, he's pushing hard and goes through on Bradl at turn 19. But Bradl wants to fight back quickly, doesn't want to give up. But he's having to hang on to fourth. Lorenzo, though, goes very wide. He had a big moment there earlier on this weekend. And will Bradl have a chance of getting back in front?
Here comes Valentino Rossi up the inside of Alvaro Bautista.
Oh, here we go, Crutchlow. That's where he went through on Alvaro Bautista, and now he makes it through on Bradl. Great move from Cal Crutchlow in that fast section.
I'm not sure what's going to happen at the front of you. I'm pretty certain Marquez will have a go
He
to
will
take
have
the
a
lead.
go. That would be not very Marc Marquez if he didn't, and just as we say that, here he comes. Marc Marquez feels now is the time.
This is going to tell us so much about this race. It's going to tell us so much about this season, I think, this particular battle.
Here he comes through turn 19, one more corner to go, and the Circuit of the Americas can acclaim Marc Marquez. Through turn 20, he comes.
Marc Marquez, the youngest ever winner of a Premier Class Grand Prix motorcycle race, wins in Texas.
Pedrosa, his teammate, in second place, Lorenzo in third. Cal Crutchlow takes a really good fourth place.
Look, Valentino Rossi shakes hands with Marc Marquez.
And a doff of the cap from the doctor.
Yeah, fabulous. Moto 2 makes its debut here at the Circuit of the Americas in the Texan sunshine.
Oh, that's Pol Espargaro. That is Pol Espargaro down. Let's have a look at this again. On board with Pol Espargaro. And now Nico Tirol is leading the way.
Oh, Kallio backs it in and holds the advantage.
Brilliant cornering from Mika Kallio. As Rabat looks around, he's going to lose out to Dominica Goethe as well. Oh, and that's a Goethe risking far too much, and somehow Kallio has stayed on.
Nico Tirol, his first victory in the Moto 2 class.
There's been a red flag.
Red flag is out. Race has been stopped.
Has there been a crash?
Whoa,
that's a huge, massive crash.
5 lap sprint to the Circuit of Americas. It's going to be fast. It's going to be hectic. Can Alex Rins do it again? Surely Vinales is going to make a move at Rins at the end of the straight. What about a Rins? Here he comes up the inside of Louis Salom.
Here he comes on the inside of Alex Rins. Is he going to be able to get the drive though? He's going to run it wide. It's going to be Rins to win his debut Grand Prix.
Maverick Vinales moves up into second place, and it's Louis Salom after a magnificent effort into third place.
So it was a historic day in MotoGP, all across the board really, with new winners in all 3 classes, and of course Marc Marquez is becoming the youngest ever rider to take a victory in the Premier class of MotoGP. That record had stood since 1982, and Freddie Spencer set it back then. 31 years on, let's take a look at the MotoGP World Championship with 2 rounds down, and it's a tie at the top between the rookie Marc Marquez and the reigning world champion Jorge Lorenzo. Dani Pedrosa just a further 8 points behind, but that can all change in Jerez in just a couple of weeks' time after here. Now, of course, we've been having lots of fun here in Texas, so let's take a look behind the scenes of the first event here at the Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah, I guess this is the place, huh? Woo! Yeah, let's do it again. Woo! Yeah!
Well, we hope you enjoyed all the action from here at the Circuit of the Americas. The first time we've come to this very unique venue, as you can see, with that huge uphill straight up there. We've certainly done MotoGP Texas style this weekend. On track, though, it was very Spanish style, I'm sure you'll agree. And that's quite fitting, because next time we'll be coming to you from the Spanish Grand Prix in Jerez. Make sure you don't miss out there. See you then. Giddy up.